Stephen Jennings in the red, pushing through to third on the grid behind Townley. On the outside of the front row, that looks like Christopher Powell. David Whitehouse has moved up onto row 2. Stephen Docker is trying to cut into what I think is about 5th place. Yes, it is. I think that's Tom Glyde in the blue on the outside. And we're racing. Heat number 1, and it's Townley in pole position, getting the whole shot into turn 1. Jennings trying to find a way through to 2nd place, but Powell's going to hang on. Powell in 2nd. Jennings 3rd. Whitehouse in 4th. And then it's Stephen Docker in the black and grey. 22 is Thomas Glyde. Down the inside, who's that? That looks like Chris Dixon. Trying to find a way past James Martin. I don't think he got it done. Hornsby and Harris. 7 is Stuart Osborne. Kart number 1 is Rob Moore. 2nd in the championship. Pietro Bigano, long time 2nd in the championship, is just behind him in the distinctive Lotus Renault race suit. And the championship leader is kart 24, trying to find a way past kart number 11, which is, is it Frankie Hedges? Yes, it is. I should know that by now. So end of lap 1. It's still Townley from Powell, Jennings, gap to Whitehouse and Docker. Gap to James Martin. And it looks to me like Docker could get past David Whitehouse. Looking to the inside at the hairpin. Whitehouse not fighting too hard. Remember, points from the heats set the grid for the final. No points slowing you both down to be caught by somebody behind. Through the long left-hander. I was going to look up the track map and learn all the numbers to the corners. In the break there. Never mind. I'll do it next break. So Townley under pressure, perhaps for the first time, from Chris Powell into turn 1. I know Christopher Powell is quite an expert around Buckmore Park, which would suggest he's a local, so Bayford Meadows, just up the road from Buckmore Park, will probably be a track he's very familiar with. James Martin trying to move up onto David Whitehouse as he tries to recover 4th place from Stephen Docker. Martin very close. Is he going to look down the inside? Whitehouse, aware of it, goes half a kart width narrower, and that will hold him off. And Powell's had a shot at Mike Townley as he inside through the right-hander, not quite there. And now he's got to defend from Stephen Jennings, who might launch one up the inside into the bus stop. Not much of a break there, not much of an overtaking spot really. This is the prime overtaking real estate into turn 1 with a good run off the bus stop. Into the boot at the toe. Jennings gets his nose in, uses a bit of curb. Powell takes a bit of curb on the exit. So Jennings misses and opens himself up to Stephen Docker. But once again, left, right, left, right. The road goes back in Stephen's favour and he holds the spot. Martin now ahead of Whitehouse. Glyde, Dixon, Hornsby in his distinctive Union outfit. Peter Harris in his distinctive Iron Man lid with Pagano. I think that's Harry Neal behind them. Rob Moore and Justin Buck. Another lap goes in the boots. And Townley's got a couple of kart leads as Powell's leaning on it through turn 1. The field streaming through. There's your top two in the championship. Harry Neal in the black, Rob Moore in the blue and fluorescent. And Justin Buck in his retro 70s lid, which I think is possibly the best one I've seen this season. Just saying. Oh, a lot of curb over the jump there. It's still Townley, Powell, Docker, Jennings. Anyone going to launch one up the inside? It looks as though Harry Neal is moving forward and beginning to press on Pietro Pagano. I think there might have been a bit of contact there behind. But it's Pagano. Oh, Hornsby's run wide. Or was he pushed maybe by Harris, who's let him back through? And that's cost him 2 spots already as Pagano jumps through. Well, he's got one of them back from Harry Neal. And he's going straight on to Pietro Pagano. I remember having quite a titanic dice here with Peter Harris in a heavyweight A final in about 2004, something like that, 2003 maybe, which I haven't forgotten, obviously. But he's having quite the fight right now with Harry Neal. And this is down at the bottom of the top 10. That's the battle for, what would that be? 11th. Harry Neal, 12th Justin Buck. Oh, and Harris takes a shortcut. Martin Theodorou joins in. It's getting a bit tasty back here. I suppose you want to see what's happening up front. Not too much. Chris Powell has eased his way into Mike Townley's lead now. And could be looking to start making a move for the lead himself. Townley pretty quick round the mountain on the brakes at the bus stop. Crucial to get right up under the bumper here, but more important to get a good run off the corner. Is Powell close enough to dive up the inside? Not quite. Is the move on now. He's managed to alert Mike Townley that he's there. And Townley now is looking over his shoulder. And Stephen Docker's closing in as well. We might have a 5-way fight for the win here in heat number 1. Martin passes Jennings for an apex. And then Jennings takes it back. And Docker's done both Chris Powell and he's taken the lead. Stephen Docker leads at Bayford Meadows in heat number 1 in the Clubman class. Around the hill they go. I still can't bring myself to call it a mountain. Oh, we're all out of focus. How long have we got left? 1 minute 20. A lot of curve on the apex there from Chris Powell, and that slowed him down. Forced him into defending ahead of Stephen Jennings. He was all crossed up as well. And that's let James Martin through. So Chris Powell getting his elbows out and defending hard to the finish. I think he's given up on second or the win. It's Docker from Townley. Gap then to Powell. Under pressure from Martin, Jennings, David Whitehouse. Tom Glide, somewhat isolated on his own. I keep missing the last lap, you know, and it's a win for Stephen Docker, Mike Townley, Chris Powell, James Martin, Stephen Jennings, David Whitehouse, Tom Glide, Chris Dixon, Luke Hornsby, Pietro Pagano makes up the top 10.